Alright, what's up guys? This is going to be a video on epoxying, putting clear coat epoxy on your stainless steel cup. You can put the epoxy on most things, but this one's a stainless steel cup that I'm doing. It's an older one that I did for somebody. It's a double-sided cup that I did. He's a Yankee fan and a Dallas Cowboy fan, so we just split the cup and made two different sides. They're both dipped. So I have it taped off already. So I got the tape, I got a stick to mix it in. We're going to use a foam brush for this one. And I got the two different cups to put the resin in and the hardener. And this one I think this one's at Amazon, East Coast Resin. They're 16 ounces each. I believe it was like 22 bucks for both of them. It's pretty good. It's got a somewhat of a UV protectant in it, but you really can't leave this stuff in the sun. It'll turn your whites yellow a little bit. Your darker colors may be safe, but it's no good to leave it in the sun. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, mix these both up. There's no level here, but I'm just going to eyeball it just to see if they're both 1-in-1 parts. I usually like to put a little bit more hardener in it, a tiny bit more, just for dry time, to make it dry a little faster. Sometimes it helps. Alright, so let's take this out here. Alright, here's the resin. Also, when ordering your epoxies, I would make sure you get a crystal clear. Also, epoxy goes pretty far. You really only need a little bit, but I'm not just doing one cup. I'm going to do 2 cups on something else I'm going to put epoxy on. So I'm going to make a little bit here. Alright, so there's your resin. Let's put that off to the side. Also, to prep the cup out, you can see, like I said, I taped it and I also wiped it down with denatured alcohol. Take your second cup, and you can see your line there. Line it up. The hardener is a lot thinner. A lot thinner than the resin. Also recommend putting a towel down. Really not too worried about that right now, but alright. You know what, I'm going to put a little bit more hardener and just make sure you got the mixes exactly the way you want them. So that's pretty important for your dry time. With these, I've had cups that some just took forever to dry, but dried. So take the hardener out because it's a lot thinner than the resin, and pour that in here. Mix it around for a couple minutes. Really good. You're going to see some air pockets when you're mixing it. They pretty much all come out. The bubbles that are in there. I scrape this really good. I mix it around for a couple minutes and then I let it sit after it's mixed for a little bit. Like I said, I should have put a towel or something down here, but I don't really care. So mix it around. Usually after applying it, I'll put it in I put it on my my turner when I'm putting the epoxy on, and then I'll let it sit overnight. Usually it's dry by the next morning. It also gets pretty hot while it's drying too with the mixture. Okay, mix it a little bit more. And then I'm going to let this cup sit for just a couple of minutes. Get some of the bubbles out and just helps settle the epoxy and the mixture, and then I'll apply it on the cup. So I'll stop the video and get the stand set up, and we'll go from there. Alright, so here's the cup. On the holder that I have for it, I put the tape up over the cup on the handle like this. Epoxy's ready to go. Alright, so what I do is I just kind of pour it on, and then with the foam brush just go back and forth. Turn this every couple minutes. Just come back and forth every couple minutes and turn it slightly. You'll get some drips. That's why I got this down here, catch all the drips. And that's it. Turn it for a while, and then you can take it off. And I usually pull the tape off before it gets extremely hard, because then it's very hard to get the tape off. So before it becomes a solid, pull your tape off and just let it sit overnight. Yeah, let's pour some of this on here. Alright, like I said, it's going to drip, and that's actually okay that it does that. And just pull it. Very lightly. Pull it over. Alright, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to turn it again, more towards the Dallas side. Like I said, just kind of pour it on there like this. Let it drip. Keep dragging it. Do this for a couple minutes. All the bubbles, you can see, they start to come out. And this epoxy's been sitting for a little bit, so it's going to set up pretty fast. think I'm just gonna let this one sit for a little bit. And just come back every so often, like I said, every couple minutes, and just spin it and rotate it like this, because you may get some settlement in some thicker areas. And then, wait a little bit till it stiffens up. You can touch the outside, not the actual cut, but touch the outside where you have the material on the tape, and see if it's drying up. That's it. And that's mixing the epoxy and applying it. I did get mine on Amazon, but there's a ton of different places you could pick this epoxy up. I think even Home Depot has it for around the same price. I've just always been going to Amazon, so that's where I go to get it. That's it. Thanks for watching.